again. They're constantly zapping my eye. The left one. And I wanted to, well, I'll go into that later, but they're zapping my eye right now. They're constantly burning it while I'm sleeping. And I know this is some sort of, ritual of some sort. I don't know, like some sort of crazy, man-made gang initiation ritual. They take your eye, or you're supposed to give it, but they're trying to force me into their little fucking gang or whatever. They call it drafting, because I refuse to have anything to do with them. So, they're like zapping my eye as a threat, but it's also some sort of ritual. You see these kids on the rappers and all of that. They have one eye missing, and lately I've been getting gang stalked with people missing their left eye and all this other crazy shit. You know what I mean? So it means nothing to me. I'm not interested in that shit, but what they're trying to do is, I guess it's a join or die, or draft me into their slave way of life. And what's going to happen is war, if they damage it, and because it's an electronic attack. So if they assault me in a way where I can't see out of it, or something like that, I'm going to take revenge. I'm going to do some awful shit. But until then, they're just basically using this as a annoying mechanism, a torturous type of situation, where they continuously zap and burn my fucking left eye, and sometimes they'll zap and burn the other one. And I know this is some sort of ritual of some sort. And growing hairs. I'll never grow a beard again. Jeez. But that's you can see it right there. Now I wanted to say what I wanted to say earlier was that Joe Biden shit is a way when he got that bloody eye or whatever. That shit is that's a sympathy cause. But because those Democrats or whatever, those people that are in that way of life, they're part of the gang. That's what they know. They know more than anyone else. So don't go believing, falling for that shit. All that shit on TV is all fake news. It's all fake. It's all bullshit, basically. And so, don't fall for that shit, because it's crap. They ain't going to tell the truth. And the further you're away from 9/11, the less truth you're going to get. So, unless you're hearing it from people like me that are just, sick and tired of the bullshit, are independent, and you know why they're fucking with me, because first of all, I'm black and intelligent, and I have a means of being independent. I can do things that are where I don't need to sign my name in blood, or I don't have to shake the devil's hand or whatever that man-made shit is. I don't have to do any of that. I just have to produce and just, keep doing what I do. And that's another reason. So they're trying to force me, because I'm kind of a, professional in that kind of shit. I've been doing it all my life. So I'm kind of, very good at what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what they're doing now. They're constantly burning it. They're constantly zapping it. And I know it's some sort of ritual of some sort to try to force me into their, disgusting way of life. And like they be saying, they are horrible people. They're nasty. They're mean. They're like an old scorned woman, well past menopause, but still, having a menstrual cycle, real intolerable, real horrible to be around. And so when you see these folks on the TV, especially the black folks, they're having a horrible time. They're not having a good time over there. They're constantly high. They're constantly doing hardcore drugs. It's not a good time. You might as well, and I guess whenever, if you do happen to be, over there on the other side or with those people, you might as well forget your nationality. Your nationality means nothing. You're one of them now, because it might seem to me that's what it seems like. I guess that's an opinion in a way, because it seems like it doesn't matter what race you are, unless you're a certain kind of white, and then then you're privileged in some kind of way. But if you're not, if you happen to be black like me, I'm gonna have a hard time. So I see these people on there, and the homosexuality and the pedophilia and all that other shit. That shit is eat some. That shit is that's their way. That's their lifestyle. That's how they get down. And what they're doing with that shit is trying to force it onto you. They're forcing that shit, even though it's all died down now. All that shit. You don't hear about it as much. It's still forcing you. So every time, the middle of the screen, you can kind of pinpoint the middle of your TV screen and see how many times a crotch or a sexual innuendo or something happens in the middle of that screen. And then what you don't realize is that your kids or you is silently being zapped or outright being zapped every time the eye focus. Because you can see certain movies where they can see what you see and hear what you hear. Make you feel anything they want you to feel. They'll make you fall in love with a bull. If you're not mentally tough, you're gonna fucking go for it. You're gonna fall for it. You have to have a certain mental toughness to be able to pinpoint the bullshit and not let it affect you. Not let it make you act out. Because that's what they want to trade places, especially with black folks. They want to trade places. They want to the way we respect and love our people and each other, they want to take the place of that and make us the animals. You can see that. You can see it everywhere now. All these that they say 70%, 90% of fucking Atlanta is homosexual. That homosexuality, it leads to pedophilia, and those two are hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. That's for one. But for two, it's man-made. People are being forced into it. Some are not aware. Some don't have the mental toughness, so they don't know what to think. They don't know how to counteract that process, and it always happens 1, 2, 3. You go to the pedophilia, or you go to the homosexuality, then you go to the pedophilia, and then you go to the hurting your people, hurting your loved ones, and then you need drugs for the rest of your life to cope with what you've been doing your whole life. That is the pattern. That is how that shit works. So this is a monologue for that. Now, I don't know how I got my mental toughness. I can kind of show you some of the things that I do, but my mental toughness, I don't know, it's just there. I can show you the methods that I use to fight this, because it's fake. You have to realize that the shit they're doing to you isn't real. Your actions are going to make it real. The shit that's happening to your head or happening in your head with your imaginations, your dreams, it's not real. That's fake. It's bullshit. Until you act it out, until you start doing it, until you start manifesting it, then then the lie becomes the truth. Now, it hasn't happened with here. I don't, it doesn't go down like that. And You have to have a mental toughness. Now, one of the things they do is they kind of make you be a hypocrite, and they kind of make you be a, hypocrisy, and the hypocrisy starts with being superficial. You're worried about your hairline, and, oh, you're an ugly person, something like that. Where this shit don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, But when you start letting it get to you, then you fall into the drug activity. Oh, you're feeling depressed every day. I'm ugly. I don't have a hairline. Your chest is too small, or your butt's not big enough, or you don't have a big enough this, stuff like that. And, and that's another thing. A lot of it, and most of it, especially when it deals with Afro-Americans, not the Africans overseas, the Afro-Americans, it has to do with sex. Sex. It's all it's about. It's like a toy. So telling you to right now, because it's being manipulated, because the government's all in your head, the police are all in your head, and it's all being manipulated, it's all used as a weapon. You gotta steer clear from get a strong foundation with your family and your racial background. Like if you're black, kind of gotta stick with black folks that you can trust. Get them all, because it's being used as a weapon. All of this shit is fake. So you have to go back in time and figure out where you went wrong. Stick with your own folks until these people get out of your head. They're fucking with your weed. You can't even, it's not even weed. What the fuck is loud? I've been smoking bud since I was a kid. And I'm an older dude, so I know the difference. That shit's not weed. It's not weed, okay? It's something else. It's not marijuana. It's some old chemical, crazy alternated crap. It's a byproduct of K2 or some crazy shit, because it should not make you the way that you are. Yeah, you get a little paranoid, but then you get over it. Unless you've done something, then your mind won't let you free. But it doesn't keep going. It doesn't keep happening and on, making, it's like it's talking about, how they say you get the fear. It's like that. What the fuck is that? All my years of smoking my little bud when I was, younger, I got a little paranoid, but then it was like, fuck that. I was over it. Now it's like, you smoke that shit, it's some weird shit. It's some weird shit. So I haven't, I smoked the bud back in the day, the new bud. I smoked a little bit. That's, then I found out it's like, this is not weed. And I stopped smoking. I haven't smoked in almost 3 years. No bud, and I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. Nothing, And you do have to find a different means of coping, but you can't use the drugs. It's used as a weapon. The sexuality thing, where people are all merging the sexuals and all of this stuff. That's a weapon. That is a government agenda, and you're kind of like falling for it, and you're going to pay for it in the end, because the government doesn't love you. If you're a hoe and you think your pimp loves you, what? You're stupid. You're gonna get played. Well, the way they play you is with your life, and in the end, you're gonna die. So you calling me a preacher? I'm gonna be preaching at your funeral, because you're not gonna be around long, or you're gonna be around and be on your knees until you die. What kind of life is that? Take it from a motherfucker that's been electronically harassed since 2008. You know what I mean? I kind of got a grasp on what's going on for the most part. I mean, I don't know everything, and I'm skeptical of what I know now. But yeah, it's like 6:52. They woke me up with this eye zap, so I'm tasting my own bad breath right now. But yeah, you have to be aware and get your mental toughness up. I can offer solutions for that. You know, that's one way you can tell that I'm not controlled opposition, because I'm offering you solutions that you can use on your own. You don't ever have to listen to me again. You can use the solution that I offer, and it will work. You might get more zapped, you might get more harassed, but at least you have your mental toughness will raise. So yeah, this is Shaka Boomaye. I'm gonna sign off now. Get back to my video games and my artwork and whatever else I'll be doing. So later.